by the Montana Television Network. This is the 10 o'clock news on Q2, Montana's news leader.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jeanelle Slade. Jay is off tonight. New details after a woman opened fire in the YouTube headquarters in Northern California today. The suspect apparently shot and injured 3, including her boyfriend, and then turned the gun on herself. FBI officials are assisting police in Northern California as they try to figure out what led to the shooting. A law enforcement source tells CBS News that a male wounded in the incident is believed to be the suspected shooter's boyfriend. Danielle Nottingham reports.
People exiting all buildings associated with YouTube.
Employees at YouTube San Bruno headquarters exited the building with their hands on their heads moments after shots rang out at the sprawling facility.
We did locate a victim with what we believe to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. It's a female, but the investigation is still ongoing.
CBS News has confirmed that the shooter was 38-year-old Iranian-American Nasim Agdam. She allegedly opened fire with a 9mm handgun and shot 3 people.
The females are ages 32. That patient is in serious condition. We have a 27-year-old female in fair condition. And we have a 36-year-old male who is in critical condition.
A law enforcement source tells CBS News the male wounded in the incident is believed to be the suspected shooter's boyfriend. Michael Finney, who works at a restaurant nearby, helped one of the victims who was shot in the leg.
She was in the dining room with a couple people that were taking care of her, and then I tried to get something to stop the blood flow.
The video sharing company has 1,700 employees and is one of the most prestigious places to work in Silicon Valley.
It feels like the entire community of YouTube and all of the employees were victims of this crime.
San Bruno police have instructed people in the area to stay away from the scene amid an ongoing investigation. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, San Bruno, California.
And this is the 4th mass shooting carried out by a woman since 1982. A federal judge throws out a wrongful termination suit filed by a former Columbus police officer who was fired for sexual misconduct. Sergeant Paul Caraway was first placed on paid leave after a female dispatcher reported he made sexual comments and advances. Other women in the community also reported sexual harassment by Caraway. He was ultimately fired from the department in 2015. Caraway's complaint alleged he was not given a proper hearing. However, the judge agreed with the city and police department, saying Caraway had every opportunity to contest his termination, but chose not to. With the judge's ruling, this case is effectively closed. A western Montana woman killed in a crash south of Roundup yesterday is now identified. The Muscle Shoals County Undersheriff says 44-year-old Shannon McBee died in the 2-vehicle collision. McBee was wearing a seatbelt. She was also a passenger in the vehicle driven by her pregnant daughter. McBee's granddaughter was in the back seat behind her. Their vehicle was headed north when an oncoming vehicle crossed the center line and struck it partially head-on. No one else was injured. The cause of the crash is now under investigation. On the weather front tonight, Bob, it felt like the snow just melted fast today, but not to worry, there's more on the way.
We got another shot coming in the next several days. And if we get this, we're going to be getting really close to the snowiest winter on record. In the meantime, we're at number 3 this year. We're at 95.3 inches. Now, it almost sounds like an FM radio dial, doesn't it? But anyway, we're probably maybe going to get several more inches the next few days. We need about 8 inches to get up to the top snowiest winter of the year. We'll see if that happens. You'll notice here tonight and by tomorrow morning, we are looking at a few scattered snow showers moving into the Billings area about 7 o'clock in the morning. And then after that, maybe by that evening, we see some rain moving in, a little more snow after that. And then again on Thursday, we might see some more snow. So how much snow are we going to get? Well, here's what it looks like now. It looks like by the time 10 o'clock Thursday gets here, we'll pick up about 1.5 inches. But by the time Saturday night gets here, we're going to get up over 4 inches of snow, and we'll be getting closer to that number 1 spot. We'll have more in your forecast in a few more minutes.
All right. Thanks so much, Bob. Come tomorrow, day 3 of teacher protests in Oklahoma, many classrooms will remain empty. The Oklahoma State Capitol flooded with teachers and education officials this week as they demand increased funding for public schools. Many teachers pay out of pocket for classroom supplies, forcing them into poverty or to just pick up extra jobs just to survive. The presence in the Capitol is to put pressure on Oklahoma legislators as they debate the state's next budget. Similar teacher protests are spreading across the country. Now, these rallies and protests stirring some emotions here in some Montana teachers. Their issue also money and how to pay for services and programs that parents expect and they say kids need.
When it comes to providing the best education we can for our kids, right now we don't have the capacity to do that, and that has to do obviously with state funding. It also has to do with what people locally are able to surrender in terms of property taxes. We really do desperately need to address our revenue streams in this state, and I believe that's exactly what Oklahoma and West Virginia are all about. And anytime, expectations don't meet with what revenues are able to provide, you have trouble.
Fever says he doesn't know of any solidarity protests currently planned here in Montana, but he says that may change when the 2019 legislature convenes in January. President Trump offered tough talk on immigration and new trade tariffs against China today. The president also unveiled a new strategy to stop illegal border crossings. Angelica Alvarez has the story.
Okay, thank you very much.
President Trump zeroed in on strong borders after a White House meeting with the Baltic heads of state.
It's like we have no border.
Hours earlier, in a series of tweets, Mr. Trump warned Mexico that cash cow NAFTA was in play if it failed to stop the caravan of immigrants heading to our weak law's border.
NAFTA is a phenomenal deal for Mexico. It's been a horrible deal for the United States. We're renegotiating it now.
Mr. Trump said the Obama-era policy critics call catch and release was a failure. He announced a new step to stop the flow of illegal immigrants.
We're going to be guarding our border with the military.
The White House is also considering new immigration legislation that would make it tougher for immigrants to apply for asylum, eliminate protections for certain children so they can be removed quickly, and keep families in detention for longer periods of time while their case moves through the immigration process.
We cannot have people flowing into our country illegally, disappearing, and by the way, never showing up to court.
With the cameras rolling today, President Trump also went after China to reduce what he calls a $500 billion a year trade deficit.
We have a problem with China. They've created a trade deficit, and I really blame our representatives and frankly our preceding presidents for this.
Mr. Trump is expected to announce additional tariffs against Chinese goods this week. Angelica Alvarez, CBS News, Washington.
Coming up on tonight's 10 o'clock news, we meet a Billings man with a multi-track mind and a dedication to detail. Plus, later we'll show you how you can make a difference in some local students' lives. And in sports tonight, a pair of Montanans are under fire at the University of Idaho. Scott tells us what's happening with Rob Spear and Paul Petrino.
You're watching MTN News with Jay Cohn and Jeanelle Slade. Storm Tracker weather with Bob McGuire. And sports with Scott Green. This is the 10 o'clock news on Q2, Montana's news leader.